Hello, my name is Laurel Hillen, and I'm one of the children and teen bereavement counselors at Transitions Grief Care. This video will discuss children's concepts of death and grief. When parents and caregivers come to the Grief Center, it is often helpful to first discuss what their child's concept of death is. This helps us to know where to start in providing support. Typically, for children in early childhood, ages 3 to 6, they view death as reversible. In cartoons, people die and come back to life. Children do not yet understand the permanence of death. Children at this age have very concrete thinking. They may question the location of the deceased, saying, "If they're not here, where are they?" Or they may express a yearning to go to heaven and visit their loved one. You can respond to your child by reflecting their feeling. For example, you really miss mom and want to find her and be with her. When talking with children about death and dying, the use of concrete language can help to avoid confusion. Use the terms death, dead, dying, and explain what those terms mean. For younger children, you can say, when someone dies, it means that their body does not work anymore. They do not eat, sleep, or play. Their heart doesn't beat, they don't breathe, and they don't feel pain. It might take practice for you to become comfortable saying the words death or dying, and that is okay. In our society, people avoid using such final terms, but I encourage you to avoid using euphemisms, as this can often create fear and anxiety for your child. If your child is told, "Grandma went to sleep," or "We lost your uncle," they might become confused or think, "If Grandma went to sleep and she's not coming back, then I don't want to go to sleep." Concrete language helps children to develop a more clear understanding of death. For children in middle childhood, ages 6 to 9 years old, they are beginning to understand the permanence of death. At this age, they may ask more questions about death. Providing brief and honest explanations can help lessen worries they might be having. Examples of questioning and responses to these questions might be, "When will he come back?" "He won't come back. People who die do not come back to life." "Is she sleeping?" "No. When we sleep, our bodies are still working and we can wake up. Dying is not like sleeping." Know that it is normal for your child to ask the same questions multiple times. This helps to provide insight that your child is processing this information. It is important to provide consistent answers to your child each time they ask in order to avoid confusion. Another way to answer questions for your child about death and dying is to take opportunities found in nature to have the conversation, knowing that all living things have a beginning and an end. An example of this could be, "Look, you found a dead bug. He's not breathing or eating or crawling. He does not feel pain. It looks like the bug is sleeping, but death is not like sleeping because he won't wake up." You can also use opportunities found in nature to assess what your child already knows about death. You might ask, "How do you know that this bird is alive?" Or, "How can you tell that this flower has died?" For children in late childhood, ages 9 to 13, they understand the permanence of death. Children at this age might view death as a punishment for wrongdoing. They might also reflect on what the meaning of death will have, questioning if another loved one will die, if you will lose your family home, and who will take care of them. Providing honest reassurance to your child can help lessen their worries. You might say, "You're feeling worried that other family members will die. I plan to live a very, very long time, but if something were to happen to me, Aunt Sally would take care of you." By doing this, you're reflecting your child's feeling, letting them know that you are listening to them, and providing reassurance that they will be taken care of. Adolescents, aged 13 to 18 years old, have a developed understanding about death. They have the ability to think about future events and question what the meaning of death will have for them. Teens reflecting on future events might wonder what it will be like without their loved one at graduation or without them on their wedding day. Things that are most likely difficult for you to imagine too. As your teen reflects on how the death of their loved one has impacted their future planning, they might also discover that this has made them different from their peers, thinking, I'm the only person in class who's had a parent die. Connecting your child to other peers who have experienced the death of a loved one may help to lessen their feeling of difference and help normalize feelings they have experienced since the death of their loved one. This concept has been echoed by teens we meet in our Teen Connections program, who voice the benefit of being around other teens who understand what it's like to experience the death of a loved one. It is important to note that these more prevalent themes discussed for each developmental stage can also be true for children and teens across all of the developmental stages. I hope that this video has been a helpful tool for understanding your child's developmental concept of death and grief. Please refer to our other video links for more information about ways to provide support to your child after death has occurred.